Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zoe Jean from Zoe Jean Coaching. And seeing I'm new to YouTube, I thought I'd do a bit of a video to introduce myself so you can all get to know me and a bit about my journey and what led me to be the anxiety and mindset coach that I am today. So my journey started because I used to suffer from chronic stress and anxiety. I had chronic stress and anxiety for 14 years. So this started at the age of 11 because I thought I was fat because I'm quite short. So it didn't take me much to be classified as a little bit overweight. So I was a bit of a chubby child and was slightly in the overweight section. And I got this new friend that, was really tall and skinny and would eat salads every day for lunch. So I took that on as I am fat and I'm unhealthy. And ever since that moment, my life, changed forever. That's where it all started. I stopped enjoying takeaway for tea with my family. I would make my mum cook me hard-boiled eggs. I started to have to eat strictly healthy. I would never allow myself to have any balance. I didn't really like going out for meals. And when we did go out for meals, I had to pick the healthiest thing on the menu. And I used to even get Frodo frogs out the fridge and chuck them in the bin and pretend that I would eat them so my family didn't know. I started to walk around the house for an hour every day. And at that point, I wasn't getting help. And that is when the, chronic stress and anxiety started. And then from there, I started to spiral into being stressed and anxious about everything because I didn't get help. Not to mention, I also had a lot of limiting beliefs holding me back from my childhood as well, like being dumb, ugly, useless, not good enough, and so much more. So all of those limiting beliefs I had controlling my life as well. And it just quickly spiraled into being stressed about everything and having a childhood where my mum, would drink a lot as well. My parents, went together, and I also felt sort of abandoned by my dad because we'd only see him every second weekend. And my mum was sort of unavailable because she was drinking all the time, and she would just do everything for me, I guess, because it seemed easier. So it also contributed to me taking on the belief that I'm dumb. And because I had an older sister, my dad would always do everything with her and teach her how to do things. And then when she stopped going to see him when she was 15 and I was 2 years younger, he just assumed that I would be able to do everything. And because I couldn't, I again took that on as I must be dumb. I struggled a lot in school as well. Later to find out I had dyslexia, so that also would have contributed to me feeling dumb because I really struggled in school. And even in year 12, my English teacher was like, I can tell you're not very good at reading and writing. Like, instead of helping me, my teachers would pretty much just do all my work for me. I used to get called fat as well, so that would have contributed to it. I got bullied a lot in school. I got called ugly a lot in school, so that's also why I had the belief of being ugly. There's just so much that went into it, but it all stemmed from starting at the age of 11, because when something like anxiety and stress or a belief starts, unless you question that belief and get to the root cause of it and heal it, it manifests into so much more. So my biggest tip for anyone out there is to get help as soon as possible and find the right support for you. And keep an eye on your friends and family. If they start acting differently and you feel that something's up, don't just leave it. Question that and let them know that you're there for them. Yes, that you can't force them to get help, but just let them know that you're there for them, that you care. And if you need anything, that you'll be there, and no judgment and everything like that. Because I never had that, and I feel like that would have made a really big difference as well, because I feel like my family would have known that something wasn't right, but I didn't really get help. And then when I finally started to get help, it was only seeing, therapists and counselors, and all they did was listen to me talk about my problems and then tell me to do in the moment stuff like meditation. And it's like I'm chronically stressed and anxious. Deep breathing makes me feel worse. Like none of that worked for me. I was just too far gone, too stuck in that chronic anxiety that meditation and stuff like that alone wouldn't work. And talking about my problems made me feel worse as well. And yeah, so all just spiraled out of control. Another big component was finding out I have kyphosis and scoliosis. That started a really big stream of health, physical health anxiety, where you'd spend 2 hours in the gym every day. I would constantly stretch my body, all for the belief that I won't be good enough if I don't build lots of muscle, if I don't stretch 24/7. I won't be able to get to the point where I won't be able to walk and so much more. And yeah, because I just didn't find the right support for me, and then it took me a while to get support, it just spiraled so badly until 3 years ago in 2020, my sister introduced me to a life coach. And I didn't really know what life coaching was all about, but I was sick of being stuck and lost. I was like, I'm willing to invest what I need to invest to see if this works. So I did. And ever since then, my life has never been the same. So I invested in a life coach who helped me rewire the programs in my subconscious mind. And this was the first step to me healing my anxiety and healing the limiting beliefs like being dumb, ugly, worthless, and so much more. But I still found healing to be a bit of a challenge because she only really helped me rewire the programs in my subconscious mind. She didn't help me build a deep connection with my body. She didn't help me regulate my nervous system. And she didn't help me build habits. She just would tell me to do things like meditation to connect to my body and, build habits and have a morning rituals routine. But she didn't help me implement that. So I still found healing to be a bit more difficult than it needed to be because I only really had the help with the rewiring the programs in my subconscious mind. And also through working with her, also helped me find, because I'd gotten rid of a lot of limiting beliefs and stress and anxiety, which was essentially stopping me from being connected to myself and connected to the real me. I had no idea what I wanted to do. But it also actually helped me find my purpose to also be a coach myself and help women going through similar situations. So I studied to become an NLP practitioner myself so I can help take women through a process called timeline therapy, which is rewiring the programs in your subconscious mind, which comes from NLP training, neuro-linguistic programming. So neuro stands for the nervous system and the mind, linguistic stands for the languaging that we use, and P stands for programs, the programs that we run off of in our everyday life. So I got qualified to do that, and I was like, I want to help women heal. I want to help them heal, and I want it to give them everything that they need. I want to give them not only what I got, but also what I missed out on that made it challenging, and everything that was needed for me to heal. I wanted to give them my qualifications and my life experience to make it as simple, as easy as process as possible so they get results and they don't feel the need to give up like I nearly did. So that's when I created my 12-week program called How to Rewire Your Anxiety, which focuses on giving you everything you need to heal your anxiety, giving you the mindset work, giving you the body connection work, giving you the nervous system regulation work, and the habit work. So it's broken down into the pillars of mindset, body connection, and habits, which, as mentioned by what I said, you can probably tell that they all needed to be successful on your healing journey. You need to rewire the programs in your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind controls 95% of your life. How you do one thing is how you do everything based on the programs in your subconscious mind. And why a lot of people fail to heal or fail to keep their new habits long term is because the subconscious mind will always bring you back to what it believes to be true. So if you start to meditate regularly and feel a little bit better, but then the programs in your subconscious mind still have you stuck in anxiety and stress, then you're not going to be able to maintain it. So mindset work and rewiring the programs in your subconscious mind needs to be the first start. And there's a lot more that goes into mindset work, but that's the majority of it, starting to rewire those programs in your subconscious mind. And once you've done that, then it's about body connection. It's about building a deep connection to your body, getting out of your head into your body, and actually being able to pay attention to your body and connect to your body and move in a way that feels good to you, eat food that feels good to you, listen to your body and be able to pick up on your body's signs and signals. And when you build a deep connection with yourself, you're also more likely to be able to build a deep connection with other people. And then there's also nervous system regulation. If you want to be able to heal your anxiety and deal with everyday life stresses and be able to keep a calm, regulated nervous system, it's all about learning how to regulate your nervous system. Teach your body and mind that it's safe. And then also there is habit work as well. Because life is always going to be full of ups and downs. Even the most successful people have down moments. That's why building sustainable habits is really important to keep your mindset, body connection, and nervous system in check no matter what is going on in your life externally. And because it's about who you're being and how you're showing up throughout your whole day, not just for like 5 minutes here and there. So that's why habits that you can maintain and use throughout your whole day is really, really important. So that's why I created my program that incorporates all of these components and also is tailored towards you and your needs. So I do have a few different programs and options available. But the best program is obviously the 12-week program called How to Rewrite Your Anxiety that uses the Rewrite Your Anxiety method, and you get everything you need in there to be able to heal your anxiety. And this doesn't matter what type of anxiety it is, whether it's generalized anxiety, such as chronic, like what I had, whether it's health anxiety, whether it's social anxiety, whether it's panic disorder, whether it's OCD. It doesn't matter what type it is, it works on all of them. Maybe like me, and you have anxiety about everything, or maybe it's more tailored towards health, social, or anything like that, depending on what you've gone into. So yeah, that's a bit of a gist about, who I am, why I became the anxiety mindset coach I am today, and what my main program involves. So yeah, if you'd like any more information, feel free to reach out. Also check out my links. We've got a link to my Facebook group, to my meditations, and also to my Start Here page where you can get a bit more information on the offers that I currently have if learning more, and seeing if I could support you, see if it would be a good support for each other. Feel free to check that out as well to see if it would be good to work together and whether you feel called to work with me. Because maybe you're like me, maybe you've been seeing therapists for so long, or you haven't been doing anything, you've just been feeling stuck and you want to give something a go, then feel free to reach out and see if this is the right support for you. And I'd love for you to drop in the comments, where you're from and what your, key takeaway is, and if anxiety is something that you're currently struggling with, or maybe you're struggling with a belief that's really limiting you. I'd love for you to let me know what that is as well, because I'd love to get to know you and support you in any way I can. Well, thank you so much for joining, and I will talk to you soon.